Poomsae GrandSlam final presented by USA Taekwondo. We're on to our next session. This is the 12 to 14 cadet male and female individual Poomsae. We're starting it off right off the bat with Mikhail On, so don't go anywhere. Mikhail O is coming up shortly with the first round of the male 12 to 14 cadet Poomsae. So let's get started. Glad you're joining us. This is the 2020 Poomsae GrandSlam final presented by USA Taekwondo.
First up for the cadet boys, Mikhail Cho.
So here we are. This is the 12 to 14 male individual Poomsae. Up first is Mikhail Cho. Mikhail Cho is from Eagle Taekwondo, coached by Master Jin Jung. He's 12 years of age and attends Laguna Road Elementary School, and he's from Fullerton, California. He's in the 6th grade. Mikhail Cho performing Taeguk 4. As he starts, I'm going to bring in coach and competitor and board member. Do we have any other titles? Ron Southwick. Ron, thanks for joining us here in the booth.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
One of our Poomsae experts. So you're going to get to see this, and they're starting off with one of the lower forms, as you see in Taeguk number 4, Sajong.
Yeah, coming out of Eagles, this is a really great group. Master Jin has really been putting together a super team, and you are looking at the future of U.S. Poomsae right here. Not just from this individual, but all of the competitors in this division.
Yeah, clearly, obviously, a very solid performance by Mikhail Cho. So starting off hot here in round 1 of the 12 to 14 male division. We'll follow the male division up with the female division. So we're going to go males and females, so tons of competition. So we're fortunate we're going to have Ron Southwick here with us for a while.
Yeah, and it looks that way. It's always great to watch these kids go.
Up next, Gavin Zhao.
So Gavin Zhao now entering the competition arena. Gavin Zhao is from Team Pro NBA Majest Taekwondo and coached also by Jung Kim. He's 13 years of age, and I love how they give me their city, but they don't give me their state. So let's guess. Douglaston. You want to pick one?
I am at a loss.
Let's call it Michigan.
No,
He's in the 8th grade and he attends MS 67 school. Again, 12 years of age. He's 13 years of age. 12 to 14 is the age division here for these athletes. Beautiful side kicks. This is going straight up in the air with that right leg.
Yeah, these young ones, they are capable when it comes to the side kicks. And that's one of the great things about watching Taeguk 4. They get to showcase that. And with all the good side kicks that we're going to see, it's going to be tough to find a winner.
Yeah, solid performance by Gavin Zhao. Beautiful performance by him. Again, 8 competitors here, so a big round with 8 competitors. Again, doing 4 forms. We're going to see 32 of these. Obviously, Taeguk 4 or Taeguk Sajan, the first one to come out. Do you have a preference to when you see the forms come out? Do you like to start with the lower ones and go higher? Do you like to go with the higher, the Jites, if you will, or Pyeongwon, and then move down? Is there a preference for you as a competitor?
Not really. I mean, you just take what you get. That's part of the game, so you've kind of accepted that.
Next up, Ethan Kim.
Yeah, so do you think these athletes, again, they're younger, do they have a preference, or in your athletes that you coach that are a little bit younger, they have a preference starting with one of the lowest forms, if not the lowest form they do is Taeguk 4, correct?
Yes, but because of the side kicks, this is actually a really good place for them to showcase themselves. As I said before, that's the kind of the crux move here in this form.
Yeah, coming right at us. Ethan Kim from Summit Martial Arts. He's in that Team M CPP program, and we'll talk about here in a little bit. Coached by Hui Win and the Win brothers. He's from Arlington Heights, Illinois. South Middle School is where he attends. He's in the 7th grade. Of course, 12 years of age. So one of the youngest competitors in this division, Ethan Kim, performing Taeguk 4.
Seeing a lot of really good stances from these young ones.
Good, solid performance there.
Yeah, everyone's got their, going back to the forms, everyone's got their favorite forms that they like to do, but we have to learn them all.
Yeah, I like that. Ron doesn't want to say, hey, I love them all. He doesn't want to tell us any favorites. So, yeah, interesting the Team M and their CPP program. We're gonna touch on that here momentarily, but coming up next, it says Enoch Sean Choi, but we're just gonna call him Sean Choi.
Up next for the Cadet boys, Sean Choi.
So Sean Choi, from World Champion Taekwondo in Fairfield, he's coached by Kwon Jin Ha. His hometown is Trumbull, and he attends Madison Middle School, where he's in the 7th grade. So up now is Sean Choi. He's also competing with Taeguk 4. And we talked a little bit about this Team M CPP program. It's a kind of a community outreach program, if you will, for Poomsae. Is that what you see?
Yeah, it's almost a selection program that they do, and it's unbelievable. M Team has really put a lot of amazing communities together and built a really strong group of people.
It shows. I mean, they have team after team. They don't just do freestyle, but it seems like freestyle may be their forte, if you will, simply because they've got team after team and they're really highly competitive. Beautiful side kicks coming right at us right there. Textbook by Sean Choi.
I'll tell you, as a competitor, I'm jealous of these young ones because of their low center of gravity. They just can stay right on the mat.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just solid stances, no bobbles, really just glued to the mat, if you will, and that just shows it right there. Sean Choi, solid, gonna have a solid score here as there's no major mistakes, and clearly showing flexibility and control with those side kicks coming right down the front line, right at us. So 8 competitors here. This is the boys, or male, if you will, 12 to 14 individual Poomsae. 4 rounds of competition. This is round number 1. We'll start with round number 1. Then we'll transition to the females for their round number 1. Then jump back to round 2 with the males and females. So we'll get to see each divisions here back to back to back.
Up next, Juno Kim.
Juno Kim now entering the competition arena. Juno Kim is from Arizona Taekwondo and coached by Master Chris. It looks like Master Arnold is coaching him here today. He is from Arizona and attends Great Hearts Lincoln Prep, where he's in the 8th grade. Juno Kim is 13 years of age. He is performing Taeguk 4.
I mean, what a change over the years. In 2006, when this all began, we had nothing like this in the United States. And now seeing these kids, it's unreal.
Yeah, competitor after competitor coming out in this tough environment, pressure-packed environment, and just competing at such a high level, really, really persevering through this, and it's showing with their scores. Their scores are all so high. Juno Kim with an excellent performance. Coach Arnold seems very pleased, fist bumping him as he leaves the arena.
Up next, Sung-Yoon Gun.
So Sung-Yoon Gun is now entering the competition area. We're going to call him Eric Gun because that's what he goes by. From Apex Tigers Martial Arts and coached by Master Cadet Gung. Yeah, he's an elite player. I know his instructor well, as we've been coaches across from each other in the sparring arena probably for decades. Eric Gun, 13 years of age, from Whippany, New Jersey, I beg your pardon, where he attends oratory prep school, and he's in the 8th grade. Eric Gunn now performing Taeguk 4.
I had a wonderful opportunity with him. I was the head of team when we went to Taiwan and got to watch it on the mat when he was out there. And so it was a joy. He's a wonderful kid.
Yeah, very elite competitor as he's been to the World Championships, and we'll definitely touch on it. But you saw him there at the World Championships in Taiwan and to earn that bronze medal, so, has a ton of international experience.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, translating well to this arena as he just nailed Taeguk 4. Eric Gunn, excellent performance.
As a competitor, this arena has been wonderful. That's another great thing. All of us Poomsae competitors are enjoying this. Kind of feel like we're on the spotlight.
Yeah, and the sparring competitors felt that way too at their Grand Slams. And we've had several of those now. And the one thing the comment I get from them time to time is that they love this process. They love the facility. They love the lights. They love it because it mimics big events from World Taekwondo. And if you have ultimate goal to go really far, you got to get used to those environments. And that's exactly what this is happening here. But we're doing it at an even higher level, in my opinion.
Up next, Dylan Kim.
I agree totally. I mean, it was very, very intimate and no place to hide out there. It was an interesting place as a competitor, but I really liked it. I didn't know what to expect.
So Dylan Kim now entering the competition area. Dylan Kim from Taekwondo Kids, coached by Chen Sanu, but here coached by Hui Wen. He's 14 years of age from Mountain View, California, where he attends Egan Middle School, and he's in the 8th grade. Dylan Kim performing Taeguk 4.
We'll get to the side kick part. Again, I have not seen a bad side kick from any of the competitors thus far.
Great point, Ron, because they've all been just right at us, really high, foot turned over, just really clean technique, and those front kicks are through the roof.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to pick a winner.
Definitely don't envy these judges out there, but they know what they're looking for. Obviously, IR's elite judges here. Very elite judges we have here. And we'll get them by name. Don't worry, folks. We'll get you the judges so you'll know exactly who's judging these divisions. Again, this is the 2020 Poomsae Grand Slam Final. And you're chopping it up with Jason and Ron Southwick here. A much better partner than Sherman Nelson, I have to say.
Oh, no, don't say that.
Oh, I'll say it often.
I'm one of your biggest fans, both of you. And you guys have done a great job.
Up next, Sean So.
So Sean's now entering the competition area, and Sean is from Eagle Taekwondo. A lot of Eagle Taekwondo players, coached by Zhang Jin. He is 13 years of age, from Irvine, California, and he attends Orchard Hills Middle School. Sean is in the 8th grade. Sean's now performing Taeguk 4.
And Sean is a very strong competitor. Nice extensions. And strong finish.
So that's the end of round 1 for the male, 12 to 14. Here's round 1 scores. So Sean Gunn with an 8.37. Second place, Sean So, and followed up by Dylan Kim. But these are high scores. And look at this tie for third, basically. So it looks like he'll get the why does he get the advantage here? Dylan Kim over Gavin Zhao.
It'll be by presentation.
Okay.
It'll go to the presentation points, and you can see that he has a little bit higher. So.
Yeah, we were talking about here in the booth that there wasn't a single competitor that didn't do this at a high level, and it shows 7.44 and higher. Really shows the level of I guess Poomsae, if you will, for these elite athletes.
Absolutely, watching that rack right there, that's just what a great spread. They all look good. So again, this is the future of U.S. Poomsae.
So up next, we have the 12 to 14 female competitors in this individual Poomsae. These are recognized Poomsae. The same amount of competitors. We have 8 competitors here as well. So 4 rounds of competition. 8 athletes competing for 1 spot on the national team with a chance to compete for Team USA in Denmark in late May. You've been to World Championships. Tell me how that feels. I know you enjoyed going to those competitions. First of all, have you been to one in Europe? And we'll touch on it momentarily.
Up first in the female division, Lana Moraletta.
So first competitor here is Lana Moraletta from Duongdale, coached by Sang Jae Lee. She's 12 years of age from Thousand Oaks, California, where she attends Los Cerritos Middle School as in the 7th grade. Lana Moraletta will be performing Taeguk 5. Again, you've been to World Championships before. Have you been to World Championships in Europe?
Actually, my first World Championships was 2008 in Turkey. And even though we might be considered a little Asia there, it's a little Europe too. So
yeah, it is. Sure, absolutely it is.
Wonderful experience. First time you go is the most amazing. This looks really solid coming out here. And we'll get to see a couple side kicks in here as well. And we'll get a nice side view. That's the nice thing. The judges get to see a little bit different angle here.
Oh, really good flexibility. Wow, just a straight up, really good snap, but straight up with both legs there. And Lana Moraletta starting off this session extremely strong.
That first Poomsae is always the hardest.
Yeah, and she's gonna be tough to beat. That was really clean. Really great flexibilities. Obviously solid technique, but just the leg control is what I was most impressed with. She could side kick and just hold it.
Yeah, a lot of them. In fact, I would say most of them can do this. Almost all of them.
Up next, Juliana Candelaria.
And Juliana Candelaria entering the competition area. Juliana is from Apex Tigers Martial Arts, coached by Master Jita Kwan. She's 11 years of age, so turning 12 this year, probably the youngest, if not one of the youngest for sure, of the competitors in this division. She hails from Lake Zurich, Illinois, where she attends St. Mary Elementary School. She's in the 6th grade. This is Juliana Candelaria performing Taegu 5.
Coming up on Taeguk 5 is one of the interesting parts when you have to do Dongjumak back fist and then go into a middle block right afterward. You need to see that height distinction. Very important. And they're really showing that here. And now we'll get to take a look at those side kicks again from the side angle.
Yeah, it looks a lot like mine, Ron.
Yeah.
That is amazing to me. Just amazing. Wow, amazing. Juliana Candelaria. Just elite athlete after elite athlete here in the cadet division. You talked about the future of Taekwondo, and it is bright. And I tell you, Ron, we look out, and it is a packed house.
It is.
There's not a place to sit in here. Another packed house in another session here at our Poomsae GrandSlam final. So obviously, this is the future as well. You talked about the future of these athletes. This is the future, too, of Poomsae and sparring as packed house, great environment, lights, cameras, live stream with Poomsae experts like Ron Southwick. It's just something I've dreamed of as a competitor. Now we're doing it here at USA Taekwondo.
Up next, Yuri Kim.
And you're doing a great job. On the way here, I was live streaming on the plane and watching you go and listening.
We appreciate it. Always want the kind words. Ron's one of the nicest guys you ever meet. Up next, Yuri Kim. Now entering the competition arena from Duongdale, coached by Sang Jae Lee. She's 13 years of age from Clovis, California, where she attends Alta Sierra Middle School, is in the 8th grade. Yuri Kim competing on the mat right now.
On to the mark.
Another great job. Yuri Kim, and you talked about on the mark. Is it a major deduction if we're just barely off that mark? Minor deduction? Like, talk about that.
Yeah,
you
can
stay.
stay.
I'm not sure.
You can stay within a foot, one of your foot lengths within that spot, and then it can be a major deduction if you are really far off your mark. But most of the time, you're just going to get a little bit off.
You know, it was interesting. Miyako was talking about how they stretch to the mark and kind of cheat to the mark, is what she was saying. I thought that was interesting.
Poomsae players never cheat.
I called you cheated to the mark, huh? She's
No.
like, well, she means step. I thought it was interesting for sure.
Up next, Naomi O.
And Naomi O has now entered the competition area. Naomi O is from Arizona Pride Taekwondo, coached by Megan Yee. 13 years of age from Scottsdale, Arizona, where she attends Scottsdale Prep Academy as in the 8th grade. This is Naomi O performing Taegu 5. Let's go back to that story because we talked a little bit about trying to hit the mark, and I'm not sure what the deduction is, but you know how it works.
Well, the main thing about hitting the mark, I mean, you were talking about cheating a little bit. There are methods that we use to help us to get to that mark if we're a little off. But when you practice enough, and I can see these kids are too, their stances are so consistent that they really don't have to think about it. They will end up back on the mark, and that's the main thing.
I love how Ron says, it's not cheating, it's methods.
Euphemisms.
There you
Euphemisms.
go.
That's
There you
all
go.
what it's all about.
I understand.
Nice side kicks.
Perfectly. Yeah, beautiful technique. Again, the females are following up the males that were just solid performance after great performance after great performance. Now they're just doing the same thing here.
Yeah, and her coach Megan was a teammate of mine on one of our world championship trips.
Yeah, awesome
Couple
job.
of them.
Amazing job there. Let's talk a little bit about our officials because we have them here. The officials for this round and all rounds here for the male and female cadet 12 to 14 division is Young Jun Yu, Caroline N.A. Park, Suk Jung Kim, Tony Janella, Angela De La Vera, and calling the athletes is Linda Kimmick. So those are your officials for this round of Poomsae. Again, it's really this session of Poomsae for the 12 to 14-year-old male and female individuals.
Up next, Ahana Mulchandani.
So entering the competition area is Ahana Mulchandani. She is from Eagle Taekwondo and coached by Jin Huang Jin. 14 years of age from Saratoga, California, where she attends Redwood Middle School and is in the 8th grade. This is Ahana, and she's competing with Taeguk 5.
And again, Coach Jin, one of our national coaches. You can see she's a little taller, and it's going to give a different look. A lot of Poomsae in the presentation part can come down to kind of body shapes, the length of the leg, the length of the torso. Little bit of a fumble there at the end that happens.
Yeah, so she'll receive a deduction. There's a small bobble there at the end, correct?
Yeah, and really that's probably going to be in presentation because her feet were there and she was hitting the spot. But that's the scary thing sometimes is you can lose technical and presentation.
Yeah, coach. Here's Jin Jung. Make sure I didn't get that backwards. Jung Jin, I beg your pardon. He did coach Alex Lee, who won the gold medal at the Pan Am Games.
Yes, he did.
So he's churning out, obviously, world caliber athletes, and he's doing it again with these young ladies as well.
Up next, Michaela Jiang.
So Michaela Zhang is from Elite Taekwondo Center and coached by Victor Chung and Priscilla Zhou. She also is coached by Victor Chung in the individual and Master Arnold Chung in the mixed pair. So multiple coaches here for Michaela. She's 11 years of age, so a very young competitor, turning 12 this year, from Fresno, California. She attends Fugman Elementary School and is in the 6th grade. This is Michaela Zhang competing with Taeguk 5.
Yeah, when you watch them kick, it's effortless, and that's really the look we all hope to achieve. Very clean.
I'm going to echo the male so far. There has not been a performance that I can't say, oh, this one doesn't have a chance to win. They've all been so solid to this point, so clean, and showing great flexibility. And of course, going back to what I said earlier, the leg control of these athletes is so impressive.
Agreed. This is what we would expect from the best in the U.S.
Up next, Leora Aldiosa.
And Leora Aldiosa is now entering the competition area. Coached by Master Kim's world-class Taekwondo, that's where she attends, and Jung Kim is her coach. She also is coached by Jimmy Kim. I wonder if that's the
I-
Olympic gold medalist, Jimmy Kim.
Well, Jimmy Kim was also the head Poomsae coach.
Yes, he
for a while.
was. You're very astute.
I remember him well.
She's 12 years of age from Simpsonville, South Carolina. She attends Langston Charter Middle School, is in the 6th grade. This is Leora Aldiosa.
The focus on their face is one of my favorite parts of this. When the athlete is kind of in the zone, they just make this performance magical. I wish my leg did that.
Yeah, again, you talked about making it look effortless. There's no question she's making it look that way. And again, another great performance by an excellent athlete in Leora Aldiosa. So these judges have their work cut out for them.
Oh, they
There's
certainly
no
do.
doubt about
They
it.
certainly do. And after these athletes get that first form out, they'll be ready to go. They'll probably pump it up a little bit.
Last up in the girls division, Haley Hahn.
So Haley Hahn has entered the competition area. This is the last and final competitor of round 1 of the female 12 to 14 division. Haley Hahn is from world champion Taekwondo's Brantford, coached by Master Han, coached here by Kwon Jin Ha. She's 12 years of age, from Bethany, and again, they don't help me out, so I'm going to say Bethany, New York. Her school is Amity Middle School, Bethany. She's in the 7th grade. This is Haley Hahn.
I think that's a good guess on the East Coast.
Big key up at the end for Haley Hahn. In the end of round 1, another tight performance by these athletes. Started off really strong with the first 2 competitors, Lana Moraleda and Juliana Candelaria. They were amazing. Now, it hasn't slowed down as all these players continue to compete at the highest level. And here we go.
Wow.
Scores after round 1. Juliana Candelaria with an 8.20, followed by Michaela Zhang, and there's Lana Moraleda with a 7.8. So, Coach,
Wow.
I like it. He just says, wow. What do you think about this so far?
Well, I mean, that is a commanding start right there. And it's going to be tough for some of the lower competitors. And I think that's a real important thing to look at, too, is I think I heard Coach Chuang talk about that. You have to keep mentally fit here, because when you look at the scores, it may kind of scare you, but you've got to perform your absolute best every single time you step out on the mat. And you could catch up, but if you let it drop, it's going to be tough.
First up for the boys in round 2, Juno Kim.
So Juno Kim entering the competition area for round number 2. Juno Kim won first place at the Nationals in pairs competition. He also won first team at the Pan Am Championships. And he made it to phase 3 in the team and individual and pair. So obviously solid 2019 for Juno Kim as he competes with Taeguk 6.
And Taeguk 6 is going to give us that opportunity, the only opportunity, to see Doyochagi, the round kick.
And it comes right at us, so we get a great view of it. We get it twice. We get it once there. We're going to get it once here momentarily with the left leg. So the right leg goes first. The left leg coming now.
And you have a blind step back on this one to get back to your mark, so you really have to trust your training.
Yeah, did a great job. Juno Kim did a great job hitting that mark. Again, coached by Master Arnold here. And a first at Nationals in the pair, so having a great national championships and then followed it up with a Pan Am championship. So 2019 was good to Juno Kim. Trying to follow it up here in 2020 with a national team spot. Heading to World Championship soon enough.
I look at these kids and almost any one of them would be a great addition.
Up next, Sean Suh.
So Sean Suh now entering the competition area. Sean is the 2019 California State Championship winner in the cadet individual. So he won the gold medal there. He also won gold at the 2019 National Championships in this division. And he won the President's Cup. So Sean Suh may be one of the guys to beat as he won the 2019 National Championship, he won the California State Championship, and he won the President's Cup in October.
Yeah, he's a serious competitor and is putting his heart in here. Here we go. Nice Doyochagi.
Contender for sure here in this 12 to 14 division. Again, round number 2, 4 rounds of competition. First spot on our World Championships team headed to Denmark later this year.
Nice performance.
Yeah, should result in a pretty high score here for Sean.
Yeah, one of the new things that kind of happened this weekend was the not watching the scores right after you compete. As a competitor, you kind of look at that. It's kind of fun to not know what the score is, and you kind of have to wait a little bit. So, whole different strategy.
Yeah, interesting. It's interesting you bring that up. I want to touch on that right after we introduce this player because it's something that we noticed from the Pan American trials to now.
Up next, Mikkel Cho.
So Mikkel Cho now entering the competition area. Mikkel Cho is the 2018 Youth National Champion. So moving up here now to cadet, but he did win the won the gold medal at the national championships. He had a solid phase 2 Grand Slam. And he also had a solid 2018 U.S. Open. Mikkel Cho competing with Taeguk 6. So the score's a little different, as you talked about, new rules. So it seems as though it takes a lot of the guesswork out for the judges, but also you don't know the score, so you guys don't know how to make adjustments. Maybe if you go last and this player goes first.
Well, that's true. I mean, that's one of the things that we can do. But also, I'm starting to think it might be better with the judges as well, because they're unable to kind of maintain. They don't get to see what everybody else picked, and they won't kind of fall into that trap.
Sure. Maybe a more senior judge. Maybe you're a younger judge. You're out there. Maybe you're not trusting your instincts, and you're kind of following their lead. And so that it seems like it'd be more fair for the athletes.
Could be. I think so.
So maybe twofold there as the judges aren't going to get to see each other, what they're scoring. But the competitors, if you're last, you're not going to be making adjustments from what you saw from the first competitor.
Right.
Up next, Sean Choi.
Sean Choi now entering the competition area. Sean Choi, I beg your pardon, won second place at our team trials competition. He also won the nationals in the youth competition, the gold medalist from the youth competition at the 2019 national championships. And he won second or silver medal at the US Open, also in the youth category. So Sean Choi now moving in to the 12 to 14 cadet division. Can he be a factor here as one of the newer guys? Sean Choi performing taking 6.
He'll still have that background of success, and he looks like he's translating it pretty well.
Yeah, transition doesn't seem to bother Sean Choi
Yeah.
as he's just nailing taking 6 right here.
Yeah, there's always a psychology of how you're going to play this game when you're out there, and that's the one thing I do like about Poomsae. We adjust it, though. So we adjusted this weekend when we followed the new rule set here, and it worked out pretty good. That was a good performance.
Yeah, he ended right on his mark. That's impressive. Found it exactly right back to where he started. So Sean Choi, excellent performance. Again, was a youth competitor less than a year ago and now competing in the 12 to 14 division and representing himself extremely well here.
Very well.
Up next, Dylan Kim.
Dylan Kim now entering the competition area, and Dylan Kim made the 2019 national team. He also placed first in the qualifiers for this traditional individual Poomsae, and he won second place as a team member in 2018. So he made the traditional team, but in 2019, but in 2018 he's a silver medal. So just incremental improvement from this athlete, Dylan Kim.
He's pushing a lot of power here. Sometimes that's hard to control, but he's doing a good job. It's always going to be a balance between the power and the grace, and we all fight to find it. And each form can be a little different on how you play it.
Another very clean performance by our 12 to 14 male competitors. This is just competitive, extremely high level competition, very competitive. And these athletes don't seem to be fazed at all by the pressure of the National Center of Excellence.
No, I don't. I think they're liking it as well.
Up next, Ethan Kim.
And now Ethan Kim entering the competition area. Ethan Kim placed 5th at the 2019 National Championships. He did take a bronze medal at the 2019 US Open for the recognized team competition. That's 12 to 14. And he placed 5th at the team trials in 2019. So right now, Ethan Kim just outside the medals in the individual competition. Can he put himself in the top 3 here at this 2020 Poomsae Grand Slam final?
It's always a fight. Always a fight. When you get there, you got to fight to keep it, and when you're not there, you're going to fight to come up, and that's the beauty of this kind of competition. And these kids put their hearts out there.
And again, no major stumbles, no major mistakes by any athlete to this point, not a single one.
Nope, they're just small deductions that they're going to take for some technical errors that they might have and some presentation points, but outside that, there have been no major errors that I have seen. The referees will be a better judge than I am, but nothing. And then that's what's amazing. I think I got the best seat in the house is what I got here.
Yeah, we're spoiled in here.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. So, yeah, we're glad to have you. Again, you're chopping it up with Jason and Ron Southwick, coach, competitor, board member. Can I add another title? Is there anything else?
I know. I think that's good.
And, of course, we have Daniel Swigard, Steve Wiggins, and I can't forget about Jose Villapanda.
Up next, Gavin Zhao.
So Gavin Zhao now entering the competition area. Gavin Zhao, a 2019 silver medalist at the National Championships. 2018, he won a bronze medal at the National Championships. And in 2018, he won a silver medal at the Pan Am Championships. So again, just good improvement from these young athletes, only 13 years of age. This is Gavin Zhao.
Gavin's got a nice look here. And a very nice Doryushagi. And Upsagi's good too. Yeah, it's great that you guys are doing this here. This is really great for Poomsae competitors. Again, I watched the live stream and being able to see this go on, hearing commentary in the background. You've been doing a great job, Jason.
Well, we've been fortunate enough to have Poomsae experts like Coach Dan Chuang, Miyako Yerrick, of course, David Turgeon, and now Ron Southwick. So we've got the best of the best sitting in the chair next to me, so that's what makes this so special. Excellent performance by Gavin Zhao.
Up next, Sung-Yoon Gun.
And Eric Gunn now enters the competition area. Eric Gunn, the World Taekwondo Championships bronze medalist in Taiwan. You talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
He's got it on there, as you knew he would. He also took a bronze medal at the World Cup in Wuxi, China, and he won 3 gold medals at the 2019 U.S. Open. So Eric Gunn, an amazing career to this point in the sport of Poomsae.
Very focused individual, very strong competitor.
Yeah, Eric Gunn about to perform taking 6. I definitely don't want to leave out Barbara Brand, who was in here with me for a while.
Oh no, don't leave. Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, and also we had the heat cranked up for her, so we got her nice and sweaty, as it was somewhere around 150 degrees in here for her.
Whoa.
No, she was just outstanding and really pointed out a lot of things and knew a lot of the competitors like yourself. Again, she didn't have to do some of these young ones that you talked about are the future here of USA Taekwondo.
They certainly are.
Another outstanding performance. So Eric Gunn throws his name.
Nice.
Definitely throws his hat in the ring to try to take this championship. I think he's going to be up there in the top 3 with that performance. Also, congratulations, Barbara Brand, on your team spot as she made the national team and will head to Denmark to compete for Team USA. I know she's done it before, but really solid performance here this weekend. So she'll travel again, not as a coach, but as a competitor.
I know. Barbara Brand is amazing. I have a wonderful opportunity to work with her an awful lot, and I'll tell you what, she's just one of the best.
So Sean Gunn rounds out round number 2. So here's our scores, and I actually look like I know what I'm talking about because Sean Gunn comes up with an 8.16 and takes over the top spot here in round number 2. Well, let's see where he ends up here.
Yeah, we'll add those in together, and then it'll start to close a little bit.
And he has the lead now. Wow, not much of a lead, but he lead nonetheless. So Sean Gunn, first place. Sean So takes second place, and Gavin Zhao in third place. Again, nothing lower than 15.04 all the way up, so elite competition, and it's really staying close here.
Yeah, these kids might, on the bottom, they may feel as though they're not doing very well, but I'll tell you what, they're all champions.
And that is Eric Gunn here in the lead.
First up in round 2 for the girls, Ahana Multaldani.
In round 2, this is Ahana Multadani. Ahana is won first at the Grand Slam Phase 2, so definitely clearly in the pipeline here. She also is a third Dan, and in 2018, she made it to World Championships where her team finished 10th. So has some international experience here. So Ahana performing Taeguk 6.
And now we'll get to see the Doyochagi from the girls.
Yeah, from the female side, here we go. Taeguk 6 for both of them. Interesting enough, going back to back, and that's random. So that wasn't set up that way. That's a random draw. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Again, you talked about Ahana, one of the taller players here in this division, so it just looks a little different.
It does, and you have to again kind of factor that in, and the coaches probably work with them on that. Again, solid performance. Back to the mark. As I said, in this particular form, you're coming backwards into that, so you can't really spot it with your eye.
Yeah, that's a great point. Ahana Mulchadani, excellent performance after round 2, so she's halfway through her competition here in the 12 to 14 female division. This is the 2020 Poomsae Grand Slam final, and we are here at the National Center of Excellence in Colorado Springs. So glad you're joining us. Ron Southwick joining me here in the booth. Appreciate Ron's time here. He's going to stay with us through all rounds of the 12 to 14 male and female, so all 4 rounds for Ron Southwick and myself. So Ron, appreciate your time here.
Oh no, I'm enjoying it. Best seat in the house.
Up next, Leora Aldiosa.
Leora Aldiosa now entering the competition area. Again, round 2. Leora won the AAU team trials. She also tested for her third degree black belt recently, and she qualified for our Grand Slam. So Leora trending upward here at USA Taekwondo. Also performing Taeguk 6.
She may be small in stature here, but look at that focus. Nice movement.
Up next, Yuri Kim.
And Yuri Kim now entering the competition area. Yuri Kim is the World Cup Poomsae gold medalist and it's hard for me to tell if that's in team or an individual, but it looks like it's in team. That was in Wuxi, China, and that World Cup was the first time you guys have competed in a competition like that.
And a bronze in pairs.
Yeah, she clearly has a great resume here. President's Cup gold medalist as well in individual. And she also won a gold medal in the team competition in the President's Cup. And she won a gold medal at the Pan Am team competition in 2019. And she won the national championship in the team in the gold as well. So followed it up with a gold at US Open in team.
And quite the upchuggy here, the front kick. Amazing.
Yuri Kim with a solid resume and a beautiful roundhouse kick to add to it. Wow. Just super flexible here.
Next up, Naomi O.
Naomi O now entering the competition area. Naomi is the 2019 Arizona State champion. She also won the U.S. Open, where she won a gold medal, and she's a 2019 national champion. So doesn't tell us what divisions, but obviously winning gold at state, gold at the U.S. Open, and gold at the national championships.
Strong year.
Great year for
Strong
Naomi O
year.
in 2019.
That's why she's here at the Grand Slam. What's really nice is I know some of these coaches. Sometimes when I watch these young athletes, I can see their coach in them, and that's wonderful.
And this has Megan Yee written all over
Oh
it.
yeah, I see a little Megan Yee power here. Really nice performance.
Yeah, very strong. Great snap there by Naomi O.
Next up, Michaela Zong.
So Michaela Zhang has now entered the competition area, and Michaela has a great resume as she won the gold medal in 2019 at the U.S. Open and also at the AU Championships, the gold medal as well. But also add a Pan Am Open gold medal and a President's Cup silver medal in 2018 and 19. This year's national championship, she won a bronze. She also won that same bronze in 2018. So just consistently on the podium is Michaela Zhang.
Yeah, this is the kind of competition you want, where every competitor is strong and it will really bring out the best in you. Sometimes when you watch this, you might think it always looks the same, but if you really look, some of these competitors change some of the rhythm in the way that they'll throw a block, then a technique right afterward. Just a little bit of a style difference. They can play around with that just a little bit.
Again, these performances are they're so solid. It's such a hard time to score this. These judges really have their work cut out for them, as each one of these athletes is performing at such a high level.
Yeah, and these judges are working really hard here today too.
Next up for the ladies, Haley Hahn.
So Haley Hahn now entering the competition area. Haley Hahn won a gold medal at the national championships. She won at the national championships. She took a bronze medal in team competition and a bronze medal in the pairs competition. So 3 disciplines at the national championships, 3 medals for Haley Hahn.
Yeah, real great thing about all these competitors is they deserve to be here, and that's I think an important thing for all athletes to think about. You know, you have to you deserve to be in the competition.
Great performance by Haley Hahn. Again, this is round 2. We have 4 rounds here of the male and female cadet individual Poomsae. We will have a national team member in both the male and female at the end of these 4 rounds.
That's exciting.
Next up, Lana Moraletta.
Lana Marletta is the 2019 World Cup Cadet gold medalist. She also is the 2019 national team member. In 2019 in the cadet, she won the team gold at the national championships, and she won the individual bronze medal at the national championships. In the 2019 President's Cup, she won the team gold and the pairs gold as well. So 2019, extremely solid for this elite competitor. She's in the top 3 right now, Lana Moraletta.
Here comes that Doyochagi. First one was really high. That one was too. This is one of those forms that sometimes is hard to smooth out a little bit. They do a good job.
Yeah, no problem for Lana Moraletta. She just continues to perform at a high level. After 2 rounds, really solid performance. One more athlete here in round number 2. Juliana Candelaria, after round 1, if I'm not mistaken, was in first place.
Next up, Juliana Candelaria.
So Juliana Candelaria entering the competition area, and she is the 2019 AU Nationals gold medalist in sparring and now the national team member. So that's impressive.
Wow.
Don't see that one. Haven't seen that one on any sheets at this point. She's also the 2019 Youth USATKD National gold medalist. So won the youth in the Poomsae. Moving up now here is only 11 years old, moving up to the cadet. And she's the first place in the cadet team Poomsae at the GrandSlam recently. The youngest competitor may be the toughest competitor to this point.
Yeah, the focus she has is unbelievable. And look at that upchagi. Solid.
Yeah, extremely high level
Very solid.
performance. I don't see anything there that's not going to keep her in the top 3. She's been there so far. I think she's going to keep. Again, the youngest, only 11 years of age, won't turn 12 until July of this year. So, future's super bright, clearly, for Juliana
Absolutely.
Candelaria.
Wonderful.
So scores are up, and Juliana Candelaria wins round number 2
Wow.
with an 8.20 over Naomi O with 8.07 and Michaela Shang 8.00. So Juliana Candelaria, look, Candelaria extends her lead a little bit over Shang. Shang up in the second place here now. So you got O, Shang, and Candelaria.
But still, all high scores, even for the the person at the
Exactly.
bottom for Haley Hahn. I mean, still, she has to be very proud of that performance altogether.
Yeah, and could this be a mild upset or a major upset, if you will? This young player coming from the youth now coming in and in first place here in the 12 to 14, never competed in it before, has to be her first competition because this is the first competition of the year, moving up into the cadet division.
Yeah, it could be a surprise that comes out, but this is what we're seeing now with the good coaching that's happening and the opportunities that these kids are having. They are picking up this sport and running with it.
So we're going to take a short timeout. We're going to come back with round number 3 of the male division of the 12 to 14 individual Poomsae. This is the 2020 Grand Slam final presented by USA Taekwondo.
First up in round 3 for the boys, Sean Suh.
So this is round number 3 of the male 12 to 14 cadet individual Poomsae. Entering the competition area at this time is Sean Suh. Sean Suh likes to play volleyball in his spare time, and he's from Irvine, California. Performing choreo is Sean Suh.
Yeah, now touching on choreo. Choreo's a signature Poomsae. And all black belts are going to look for this. We got double side kicks coming off the front here. Nice performance, and this is one of the signature Taekwondo Poomsae forms. This one has a lot more strength to it than the forms we've seen before, and really allows these competitors to show us their abilities. And this is an outstanding performance of choreo. Yeah, wow. Great job.
Sean Suh, great performance. Crowd loves it. You can hear that. Packed house here at the National Center of Excellence for this 12 to 14 cadet male and female division. It's just, yeah, there's nowhere to sit. Glad you're joining us on the live stream. We appreciate it. Of course, we want your comments. We want your questions. If you have a question for Ron Southwick, we'll get it up on Facebook for us, and we'll get it answered by our expert here in Poomsae, Ron Southwick.
Next up, Sean Choi.
So Sean Choi entering the competition area at this point. I like his hobbies outside of Taekwondo. He likes to do magic and cubing. Would cubing be Rubik's cubing?
It must be. It's something I'm not sure of yet.
Well, we need to ask him to do magic with cubing.
Hey, that would be awesome.
We want to see magic with a Rubik's Cube. This is Sean Choi competing with choreo.
Again, choreo is really going to give these competitors a chance to show off a lot of skill.
You get to see the front kicks coming right at us here on the live stream. So great camera work by Steve Wiggins. Beautiful side kick there with the left. You talked about if it doesn't look like there's a ton of effort, it's probably really, really solid and really, really good. Doesn't look like a ton of effort needed for this athlete.
Not at all.
Next up, Sungyun Gun.
Eric Gunn now entering the competition area. Eric Gunn likes to solve Rubik's Cubes and play soccer. Yeah, the cubes, right? This is
Yeah,
the
another cube.
Rubik's cubes. Did someone tell these young athletes that those are about 30, 40 years old?
Don't
Maybe
say
we
that.
don't tell them that.
I remember when they first came out.
Yeah, me too.
I think Eric's going to show us a strong choreo here.
Yeah, you know him well. Oh, goodness. Great start.
Yeah, and you can see his lines too. When he comes down right there to apkubi or the forward stance like that, it really shows his power.
Wow, this is impressive by Eric Gunn at this point.
Yeah, strong tempos throughout all the choreo so far. And now he's going to take it home.
Outstanding performance from young Eric Gunn. Wow. Everything, the flexibility, the snap, the height on the kicks. Like you talked about, the lines, the stances. Again, just phenomenal performance by Eric Gunn.
And I think that's going to be a very good score.
Yeah, I feel confident to say that I think he's up in that top 3, and it's going to keep him up there, if not move him up. That was fantastic.
Up next, Ethan Kim.
Ethan Kim now entering the competition area. Ethan Kim likes to listen to music and play on his Nintendo Switch. Watch YouTube and eat in his spare time. We have so many athletes that like to eat in their spare time.
I noticed that with the young ones, they always put eat on there. That's kind of cool.
It's interesting because that's sort of a necessity. I don't think that needs to be a hobby.
Well,
You're going to have to do that to sustain life.
They enjoy it when they're young. When we get older, we stop liking it.
Exactly. Great point.
Yeah, nice movement here. And now he's going to take it home. That's what we all feel here in this spot, but very important ending. You have to end strong in choreo. Yeah, the quality is just amazing here. Many times at some, of course, local competitions and even at nationals in a big pool of 80 people, you don't get this kind of quality. So every one of these athletes is strong, every single one of them.
Yeah, it's a great point. You talked about the pool of talent here, and it just seems to be only getting bigger and better. And these are, without question, the future of USA Taekwondo is right here at the 12 to 14-year-old divisions.
Up next, Gavin Zhao.
So third round action for Gavin Zhao as he enters the competition area. Gavin in his spare time runs track and plays badminton.
Wow.
I'd like to play him in a round of badminton, see if I could beat him.
I think he'd kill us.
Let's give him a shot. Let's see if he can get a partner together and we'll play him after
That's right.
this.
We'll challenge him.
Yes, let's do it.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice opening in the choreo here. So the expression can really, of their face, can really make a difference in kind of the way the judges are perceiving the Poomsae. And I really like his style here.
Really solid performance by Gavin Zhao. Again, he was the bronze medalist in national championship in 2018, silver in 2019, now trying to go gold here in 2020.
Well, that was a really, really good play.
Up next, Juno Kim.
So Juno Kim now entering the competition area. And Juno's hobbies outside of Taekwondo, he likes to do different sports.
Different sports.
I hope that he'll expound on that
Oh, yeah.
for the next time, 'cause I'd like to know what those sports are. Having a great competition high up here so far.
So you can see, even though the side kick might be a little bit lower, he's still got good control. He holds it up there into position and it doesn't drop. So sometimes super high side kick can be a good thing. And sometimes if you let it drop a little bit, not so good. So he's doing a good job of trying to control here.
A little off the side.
Yeah, I was going to say a little off his mark here. When he came up, what he did, he took a big step at the top bar, but he pulls it off and comes right back into that spot.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah.
Found a way to get back to his spot.
And all within bounds, so he's doing fine. He won't take any kind of deduction. Again, I haven't seen a major error, so that's what really makes it really tough. I mean, I'm watching it thinking if I was a referee, how would I be trying to score this? And I'm telling you, it would be really, really tough. I mean, there are small things that come up that you're going to do, but no majors at all. I'm sure when you had Master Turgeon in here, he was explaining all that.
Yeah, no question, but he had some deductions to point out that were pretty major.
Next up, Mikkel Cho.
Just a few bobbles and things like that that were easily spotted here on the live stream.
Yeah, well, Master Turgeon is a great referee and really the kind of one of the big fathers of Poomsae here in this country. So he's much better at that than I am.
Mikkel Cho now entering the arena, about to perform choreo, and he likes to relax and sleep and play games in his spare time.
Again, another one coming out of Eagles.
Yeah, several from the club.
So again, sometimes when you're using a lot of power in the technique, it can overcome your momentum a little bit, and that will give a little bit of a shake to the picture. So again, it's always looking for that balance of not too much power, but you have to have enough so that you, again, look like you're actually throwing technique that would do damage.
Another excellent performance by these athletes. Mikkel Cho, crowd loves it. We loved it. Really solid performance. I look for a high score here for Mikkel Cho. We have one more athlete here in round number 3 of the male 12 to 14 individual Poomsae.
Final competitor for the men in this round, Dylan Kim.
So Dylan Kim has now entered the competition area, and Dylan Kim plays the guitar in his spare time.
Now that's something good to put down.
Yeah, impressed.
Actually, there's probably a lot of more musicians here. I've noticed.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Yeah, there's no question about it.
Musicians.
There are a lot of musicians, and throughout the competition, in their hobbies outside of Taekwondo. There's a lot of drums and guitars,
Absolutely.
and cello and violin. So just all kinds of musicians here competing at a high level.
Yeah, the
our sport,
analog, the
Poomsae.
analog is there. Music and Poomsae really go together.
Yeah, great point. Dylan Kim showing great flexibility here in choreo. Just front kicks really high, really a lot of snap.
And to the mark.
So Dylan Kim rounds out our round number 3. Wow. 3 rounds of competition in the books for these 12 to 14-year-old male competitors. So we're going to have scores for you after 3 rounds. First it'll be the 3rd round score, and then it will be the combined score coming up on the screen. And we'll get Ron Southwick's thoughts on these scores.
Well, when this comes up right here, especially if you're holding the lead really, really tight, this is an important time because you will have that commanding position. And you can see
Eric Gunn, there he is again.
Eric Gunn has that's a pretty good lead there. Again, Sean's right there.
Eric Gunn with an 8.37, maybe one of the highest scores I've seen all day long.
Yeah, I think you're right. And look at that though. So here's where the difference starts to really spread. You've got that 24.9 and then 24.24, and then the next one's down kind of close. Really look at that. So
Yeah, it looks like Sean So and Eric Gunn kind of separating themselves, if you will, from the pack here with just 1 round left. So Eric Gunn in the lead here and in control. Can he finish this out with a solid round 4?
I'll tell you what, he's going to have to come out and he's going to have to be really, really strong. And I'm sure that's what his coach is probably telling him right now. So
Up first for round 3 for the girls, Juliana Candelaria.
And Juliana Candelaria, our leader after 2 rounds, starting off first here in round number 3. Juliana enjoys gymnastics, swimming, Krav Maga,
karambit knife defense
and
singing. Wow.
that's a big difference from Krav Maga to singing.
Yeah. She's a deadly singer.
She is a deadly singer. That's exactly right.
Well,
She's
now-
also in first place and about to
Yeah.
perform Kumgang.
Oh, Kumgang. We all love Kumgang. Let's see. With this low center of gravity, she should be able to give us a good performance. One of the tougher forms because of this. Aktari Sagi, and then going into Kumgang Maki.
Excellent
Look at
balance.
that stability. Yeah, it's
No shaking whatsoever.
and
Impressive.
These turns too. Watch the, yeah. Yeah, Kumgang is one of the more feared Poomsae that we get sometimes. When you get it, you get it. But if there's any bobble, boy, it's so apparent.
And another
Nice.
outstanding performance by the young 11-year-old Juliana Candelaria. So, wow. Starting off this round, that's going to be tough to beat, Ron. It really is.
It
Just
is.
so solid, so clean, no bobbles, just nailed the form. And Coach Kwan feeling great over there with his athlete.
Oh, for sure.
Next up, Michaela Jiang.
Entering the competition area is now Michaela Xiong. Michaela likes to play volleyball in her spare time. She also does tumbling and heads a tumbling class weekly. Loves to self-train for Taekwondo in her spare time. Work out and exercise to stay fit. And she loves to eat Korean barbecue and travel and spend time with family. I love to eat Korean barbecue, so I would enjoy that anytime.
I'm the same way. In fact, that sounds good right now.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we can get Pepe to get us some Korean barbecue here in a little bit. Bring it up here.
Nice fast turns.
Yeah, great action here as we have such a tight competition. The scores are so close. The athlete's just not making any mistakes, but
So you can see a little taller, you can see a little more movement in her body, but solid altogether, and her turns are wonderful.
yeah, Michaela following Juliana's really outstanding performance with the same by also the 11-year-old Michaela Xiong.
Little step there.
So the first, maybe a minor deduction for Xiong. But just we're splitting hairs now, and that's exactly what the judges are doing as well, Ron. They're just splitting hairs as these athletes are performing at such a high level, one after another after another. And again, it speaks to the pool of talent here at USA Taekwondo. Referees, you see them scoring, 11 referees. We'll get you the names of the ones currently doing the scoring here in this division of the female 12 to 14 cadet division. It's a packed house, nowhere to sit. Coaches, parents, athletes, all here at the 2020 Poomsae GrandSlam final.
Up next, Lana Moraleda.
And Lana Moraleda entering the competition arena. In her spare time, Lana likes to do ballet and contemporary dance. She also plays the clarinet and sings in the choir. And you talked about the musical background of these athletes, that it seems to fit with the analog of it, and it sure is showing up here as these athletes are playing clarinet, singing, and dancing.
So you see a good contrasted movement when she comes up, a little quick on the assault, but then a little smoother on the defensive once coming back.
Yeah, in the beginning of that form, you talk about a quick on the assault. That's a very fast front line coming right at the camera. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, it can be played that way. And, you know.
So it's a personal preference deal.
Well, a little bit. So the younger ones we've noticed will move rather quickly. Again, low center of gravity, they're not really moving. It's a little bit tougher when you're taller. She's doing a really good job. Nice high knee there too, you can see in that front part. You want to pull that up.
Tough turn here.
Yeah, and that is a tough turn. If you don't shift first and then pull, it will shake all over. Again, really good.
Yeah, landed right on her mark. Again, another solid performance. Scoring very high again for Lana Moraleta. So none of these athletes, they all refuse to take their foot off the gas here as they're going for a championship and also a spot on our national team where they'll compete for Team USA at the World Championships in Herning, Denmark, and that's May 21st to the 24th. So an exciting time for these young athletes to compete for Team USA, not just here on U.S. soil, but over in Europe, probably for some of them for the first time.
Up next, Ahana Mulchandani.
And Ahana Mulchandani now entering the competition area. And Ahana likes to play badminton for fun in her spare time and also video gaming.
Good choice.
Yeah, and a lot of the sparring athletes at our Grand Slam, they had video games down and they had eating down because they're cutting weight. You know, so.
Poomsae people, we don't have to do that, thank goodness. But you know what? Sparring bruise is on the outside. Poomsae people, we bruise on the inside.
Understood. I like it.
So now, Hana, she's going to have a little different play here. Let's watch and see how she handles this being as tall as she is. You can see the movement or a little bit more, but she's doing a great job mitigating that.
So Ahana will turn 15 in March. So one of the older competitors of this division, and looks it, as she looks a little older than the 11-year-olds that we've seen early in this round. So like you said, a little taller.
Definitely has power.
Lots of snap, lots of power from the 14-year-old.
And this is a really good performance.
Really clean here.
Good stability. Yeah, those sidebars are really nice. Coming in Hechomaki to Santomaki. Oh.
And really a level raise again for Mulchandani. So Ahana, great performance here. And again, there's just no major, there's a shot of the crowd. You can see them. It's an intimate environment, but bleachers full here for our 2020 Grand Slam final, and it's hosted by USA Taekwondo.
Yeah, this is a great venue, and again, you're doing a great job. I'm really glad you're in here. I love chopping it up.
Well, we love having you here. Couldn't do it without you here, as Danielle Swigart and I have been here all 3 days. We'll be here tomorrow as well for another day of competition.
Next up, Haley Hahn.
So Haley Hahn now entering the competition arena, and Haley Hahn just likes to dance.
Hey,
love it.
That's what we all need to do in life.
Yep, just smile and dance.
Nice pull up. And that Kumgang Maki is around 8 seconds. Run it a little bit, 9 you're okay, 7 you're okay. Under over that can be a little tough, but she's doing it.
So this is 8 seconds right here, correct?
This is an
That's what she's
8 second hold, yeah.
Another 8 second hold here.
Yep.
And this would be a 4 second hold, is that correct?
That's 5.
5 seconds.
Yeah, there's 5 and 8.
Okay.
Those are the two that we play with.
Finishes off, handles the 8 second hold with no problem whatsoever.
None.
And Haley Hahn, again, just another high level performance by an elite athlete in this 12 to 14 female division. Impressive.
And next up for the ladies, Naomi O.
And entering our competition arena is Naomi O.
And also another musician.
Yeah, you should tell them.
Well, she's going to draw, and she likes to play violin.
Yeah, so an artist and a musician.
And that fits perfectly into the Poomsae world
It
for sure.
absolutely does. And Naomi O has fit in here great today as she's been so solid throughout this competition. Naomi O performing Kum Gong.
And there's a nice strong opening there. And kind of strong going back too, so that's kind of a good look. A little bit off. Still control. Strong turn. So you'll notice on their mark when they come back on this one, they should be a little bit in front of where they started.
Yeah, exactly where she is too. Just a little bit in front. So great call. You know, you saw it. She did it. And again, continuing to be impressed with athlete after athlete in this cadet male and female division.
Yeah, this is a good venue, good showcase, everything. It's really exciting for Poomsae. Really exciting.
Up next, Yuri Kim.
And Yuri Kim coming in for her third round and entering the competition area. From Duong Yuli, coached by Sei Jae Lee. She enjoys gymnastics, violin, and volleyball. So another musician here in Yuri Kim. In round number 3, performing Kum Gong.
There's a good, solid Hakari Sogi. And the challenge on this form is to be graceful and powerful with the moves that you have. No kicking. So it makes for interesting technique. And she's very, very stable. Nice performance. Very nicely done.
Yuri Kim exiting the mat after a solid performance here in round number 3 of Kum Gong. We do have one more athlete here in round 3 in the female division coming up here momentarily.
Last up for the ladies in this round, Leora Aldiosa.
And Leora Aldioso entering our competition area. Leora Aldiosa enjoys playing basketball and code.
She codes.
She codes.
She codes.
That's very difficult.
Takes an analytical mind, which fits perfect into the Poomsae.
So our final competitor here is Leora Aldioso here in round number 3 of 4 rounds. So one more round for all these athletes.
Now the hold. Little fight there. Good recovery.
Yeah, fighting it just a tad again, fighting
Yeah.
it there.
That was a little bit overpower on the turn, and it made her have to push back. But nice turn and recovery out to get back in. She's trying to stay in the game here and fighting hard.
Really fast spin there.
Yeah, really nice spins.
And that ends round 3. Leora Aldiosa rounds out the 8th and final competitor here in round number 3 of the female. We do have one more round in both the male and female, so we're going to keep Ron Southwick here for one more round of both the male and the female, where we're going to get a winner and a champion.
This is exciting. I'm really enjoying this too. I wasn't sure when I came in here.
Scores are coming up, and round number 3 goes to the first player out, Juliana Candelaria.
She is just amazing today, and that is a huge difference right there.
Yeah, just so impressive in the very first play. She's the first competitor out.
Yeah.
And here she goes, and extending
and that
this
is-
lead to a large lead now. So Juliana Candelaria holding to a solid lead over Michaela Zhang and Naomi O.
And Michaela and Naomi are going to have to fight hard on this next one to make it work. But if Juliana stays with the game, she's looking like she's going to hold that spot.
We talked about it, and there has not been any low scores here. So
None.
even the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th player, they have high scores, and in other competitions, they could be winning it.
Absolutely. I mean, every single one of these kids is a champion in my eyes. I mean, I'm watching them go, and I'm amazed by all levels.
So we're going to take a short timeout and come back with round number 4, the final round of the 12 to 14 black belt individual male and female competitors. So don't go anywhere. This is the 2020 Poomsae Grand Slam final presented by USA Taekwondo, and you're chopping it up with Jason and Ron.
First up, in the final round for the Cadet Boys Division, Sungyun Gun.
In the final round in the male, Eric Gunn in first place to this point.
A strong lead.
And I'm going to ask you, you might know, is the coach's father?
Yes.
Interesting. So he's got a son out there. And I know Master Gunn from the sparring world, and his son's out here competing at an extremely high level. And the female player, I think, is from him as well that's in first place. So right now, Apex Tigers Martial Arts having themselves a day here at the Poomsae Grand Slam final.
And Eric is putting on a show here with Ojang. And now we're going to see those side kicks from the side, which will really be able to showcase his ability.
Yeah, a side kick with the kind of hammer fist motion, if you will, and just nails it.
Yeah, he has wonderful extension in Apkubi, or his forward stance. Great position. Yeah, that was a great form. I see his face just lit up there.
Yeah, coach feeling confident, clapping over there, feeling great about the performance by his son.
Yep, there it goes.
Yeah, there it is.
That's it.
He knows
he's done too.
He knows he's got a good shot at this, Ron.
Yeah,
and that's a good feeling.
Yeah, that is a strong form. But Coach Jin's telling his player now, time to play.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to be on it because Eric Gunn really set the bar high here in round number 4.
That was wonderful.
Next up for the boys, Mikkel Cho.
So round 4 for Mikkel Cho. You talked about it from Eagle Taekwondo and Jin Jung. We're going to call him Master Jin, Grandmaster Jin.
Grandmaster.
I think it's Jung Jin.
You can say it either way.
You're right. The Korean
That's right.
names where they can go forward and backwards. We actually say it wrong here in the U.S. most of the
We
time.
do. Surname first there.
Correct.
So you can see a lot more volume of motion here in Mikkel, and he's putting that power on.
When you say volume of motion, explain that a little more.
So
detail.
his arms will appear a little bit longer from that position, but he's taking up space. And you don't want to take up too much space, but you want to show space so that you can have acceleration in the hand techniques. And we call that volume of motion. We don't want any short kind of linear kind of things.
Again, only 12 years old, Mikkel Cho,
Wow.
representing himself in Eagle Taekwondo extremely well here today. Just super solid performance by Mikkel Cho. So congratulations to you. He's finished after round 4. We've got 6 more competitors here in the male and then 8 more female.
This has been a lot of fun. I'm just amazed at these kids. I'm so excited to see who comes out on top.
Up next, Juno Kim.
So Juno Kim now entering the competition area for round number 4. Also doing Taeguk 5 or Taeguk Ojang. From Arizona. Eighth grade for Juno Kim.
Nice solid side kick. So these last rounds are tough for competitors. They can be, because especially if you're down score, it can be a really difficult thing to kind of motivate yourself and stay in the game and stay in there. But that's part of it too. You want to try to learn to perform the highest every round.
Up next, Ethan Kim.
And Ethan Kim entering the competition area for his 4th and final round. Again, part of the Team M CPP program, Ethan Kim is. So from Illinois, where his coaches are from California. 7th grader, 12 years of age, Ethan Kim performing Taeguk 5.
That's a real kind of tough thing to get into that program and work with those guys, but they are the best. And again, if you're really watching, you can see a lot of variation in style. He has a little bit of rhythm differences. And the judges can perceive that too. Hope they like it. Little slipping.
Yeah, small little slip there towards the end. Was able to see that. Right now, the smallest things are going to be the difference.
It certainly is. Especially in a competition like this where you're really not seeing very many majors at all.
No, at all. You're right. You're absolutely right. And the competitor at the very beginning of the round starts off with, you know, one of the stronger of the forms.
Exactly.
All day. We just saw how solid it was from start to finish in Eric Gunn.
Next up for the boys, Sean Suh.
So Sean Suh entering the competition area from Orchard Hills, California, middle school. He lives in Irvine, California, and again, from Eagle Taekwondo and coached by Zheng Jin. Or as Ron said, it could be Jin Jung. 13 years of age, and he enjoys volleyball in his spare time. This is Sean Suh.
And Sean is a strong competitor, and he's going to come out of the gate here.
Yeah, definitely been in the running here all afternoon for this title here in the 12 to 14 individual competition.
Really nice elbow strike position. And he hits beautiful side kick on that side.
Follows it up with another.
He wants to increase his score here for sure.
Yeah,
He's
that's a
pushing
great
hard.
job. But
Yeah.
Sean Suh showing some things here, and it looks like we think he's going to get a high score. The crowd, you hear it, they liked it as well. So Sean Suh out there performing at a high level. We'll see if the judges agree with us. We thought it was a pretty solid.
That was pretty solid.
Yeah, he looked really good. So I think he's going to get a high score again. We've watched enough of this competition now over a couple days to kind of see how they're scoring, what they're scoring, and it was clearly a high-level form.
Yeah, that was a really good job. He definitely stepped up.
Next up, Dylan Kim.
And Dylan Kim entering the competition area for his final round of competition. From Taekwondo Kids, coached here by Coach Hui Win, and enjoys playing the guitar. He's 14 years of age. This is Dylan Kim competing with Taeguk 5.
And Dylan's been putting on a good show today. So the distinction here you can see is with the stances. Locking down those legs will definitely help a lot more here. Dylan is staying in the game.
Yeah, another really high-level performance. You know, coming off the last player that we thought would have a great performance and a really great score.
So Dylan
He's going to follow it up as well.
Dylan's got some work, and I think he'll be able to work hard and get back out there again and even do better next time.
Yeah, he's a great competitor here. And Coach Hui Win looks really happy with the performance today of Dylan Kim. So that's round 4 for Dylan. So his competition day is over here. We'll see how he does after 4 rounds.
Yeah, a lot of these kids, when they're out there, if they give their best performance, it won't really be about where they place.
Absolutely.
Up next, Gavin Zhao.
And Gavin Zhao enters the competition area for his 4th round and final round. Gavin in the 8th grade, coached by Zheng Jin Kim. Gavin enjoys badminton and track, and he's 13 years of age. This is Gavin Zhao.
I still think he'd beat us in badminton.
But I think we like the challenge.
Yeah, I would give it a shot.
Yeah, the mobility of Gavin and his partner may take us down.
This is a really good performance he's got started here. See if he can really hold on these side kicks. And first one, pretty good.
God, no problem there for young Gavin Zhao.
That was a nice.
And the level of performance here is raising here by the minute.
They all know they want to go out on a good note.
After 4 rounds here, Gavin Zhao finishes out his competition. Coach seems pleased. We have one more competitor here in the male 12 to 14 division, where we'll find ourselves a new champion for the World Championship. So looking forward to seeing who's going to win this competition.
So exciting.
And our final competitor in the male cadet division today, Sean Choi.
And you heard it, our final competitor in this division is Sean Choi. Sean Choi from World Champion Taekwondo Fairfield, coached by Kwon Jin Ha.
And Ha, a very good competitor himself.
Absolutely. Sean's in the 7th grade, 12 years of age. And again, he likes to do magic and cubing. So looking forward to some magic tricks from Sean Choi later on in this competition. Right now, competing Taekwondo 5, last one.
And takes it home.
That's
There
a
we go.
beautiful technique. Nice little tip. No bobble whatsoever. Lands basically stuck to the mat there
Absolutely.
to finish his Taekwondo 5 in his 4th and final form of the day. So that rounds out the competition. Momentarily, we're going to have a champion here in the 12 to 14 cadet male individual. This is the recognized Poomsae division. So looking forward to seeing who these top 3 are going to be. And of course, the winner will travel to Herning, Denmark in late May to compete for Team USA at the World Championship. So excited to see this. Scores coming up. Round 3. There's
Wow.
Eric Gunn again. The first competitor out comes out and nails a super high score. So
a strong lead.
yeah, he's got a strong lead. And if I'm not mistaken, was already in the lead. So
Yep. It's
Eric Gunn.
Eric Gunn's going to take it.
Eric Gunn is going to be our champion here today in the cadet male division and earn him a spot on the World Championship team.
And I'll tell you, Sean and Gavin really fought hard in that position. And
Juno Kim.
also
great
Juno
job.
Kim
Yeah,
is right
exactly.
there too. I mean,
Right there. 4 elite athletes.
And look
here
at that
it is.
score. There we go.
Sean
Oh, wow.
Shun Hyun Gunn, which is Eric Gunn, is now our champion. 2nd place goes to Sean Suh. 3rd place, Gavin Xiao.
And all the other competitors still champions.
Yeah, and Juno Kim, as you said, he was right there, just
was
on the
right
outside
there.
looking in. So a little bobble here and there, fixes it up, and he's going to be right there in the top 3. So we have our top 3 here in the 12 to 14 male division, but don't go anywhere on because we still have got the round 4
yeah.
of the female division.
I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, it's been close, and young, very young Juliana Candelaria been kind of showing the way here.
She has been putting on a show today, and I will not forget this.
First up for the final round in our female cadet division, Naomi Oh.
And Naomi O entering the competition area. It will be Taeguk 7 or Taeguk Chiljong to finish out this competition for the female 12 to 14 division. Naomi O, coached by Megan Yee, as you talked about, former team member with you, and plays the violin as well.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. This particular form has some nice positions. A lot of Poomsae here, or the tiger stance. So
yeah,
that-
some people call it cat stance, some people call it tiger
yeah,
stance.
Bum is actually it does mean tiger. It's the pronunciation of the Chinese character for
Excellent.
tiger in Korean. So this one starts out with those kind of flowy moves, but now it kind of gets a little hard here. And again, this is a really good performance thus far.
Naomi O handling the pressure well here in the 4th round.
Very much, and she definitely is showing something on that last form. That was great.
So Naomi O rounds out her competition for the day with a great performance. Congratulations, Naomi O, on your performance here today at the 2020 Grand Slam Final here at the National Center of Excellence in Colorado Springs.
Next up for the ladies, Ahana Mulchandani.
So Ahana Mulchadani also entering for the 4th and final time. Our competition area, coached by Jung Hwan Jin from Eagle Taekwondo. Another badminton fan and enjoys video gaming. She's in the 8th grade and 14 years of age. This is Ahana Mulchadani.
Yeah, Hana's going to have a real good look here, Jason. She's going to show that Poomsae really with those longer legs, taller position. She moves a lot, nice volume. And the scissor block's coming up. And a nice strong finish coming to the end there. It was good to get that last form in, especially when you do a performance like that.
Next up, Juliana Candelaria.
And here comes Juliana. And Juliana is our little Krav Maga athlete, gymnastics, swimming, Rambit knife defense, singing. And she has been putting on a show today. This will be a good form for her. And again, strength, speed, precision, all day from her.
So our leader right here, Juliana Candelaria, knocking
Yeah.
out another amazing performance.
Definitely. She knows she's got a nice strong lead, but she stays strong, finishes strong.
So a wonderful performance by Juliana Candelaria. Is it enough to keep her in first place?
Next up for the ladies, Leora Aldiosa.
And Leora Aldiosa now entering our competition area for the fourth and final time here today from Simpsonville, South Carolina, where she attends Langston Charter Middle School. She's in the 6th grade. She's coached by Jung Kim. And again, Jimmy Kim is the coach that says is coaching here at the Grand Slam. So I don't think that's former Olympic gold medalist Jimmy Kim, the heavyweight.
No, it's not.
Doesn't look like him.
Can't miss Jimmy Kim.
No, you're right. And Leora Aldiosa has been solid all day long. Can she follow it up with a 4th round performance of Taegu 7?
Yeah, again, right on the marks. Look at that focus.
Yeah, the coaching of these athletes is so outstanding. They just know exactly what to do and when to do it.
They do. They are definitely artists.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. They are artists out there, and the coaches are really helping them.
Yeah, it's amazing. You wouldn't think coaching would help you in Poomsae. I remember thinking that before, but really the coach makes a huge difference. If you could think of her as a musician, then the coach is almost the conductor.
Up next, Lana Moraleda.
So Lana Moraleda will now enter the competition area for the 4th and final time as well. Again, does a lot of dancing with ballet, contemporary dance. She also plays a clarinet and sings in the choir. She's only 12 years of age, so one of the younger competitors again.
And Coach Sanjay Lee, affectionately known to all of us as Poomsae Master Lee.
Poomsae Master, love it.
Nice front kick in this position for her. That looks really good.
Yeah, just so composed here. Looks really focused and composed as she's going through this Poomsae here in the 4th round.
And her coach is just a master of rhythm, style, speed, and tempo.
Great flexibility, has no problem taking that way above her head. And it's a great performance by Lana
Wonderful.
Moraleda. Wow. Well, high score, I think, coming from Moraleda. She just did an outstanding Taegu 7 or
Yeah,
Taegu Chiljong.
that was really impressive.
Up next, Michaela Jiang.
So Michaela Zhang entering our competition area. Michaela from Elite Taekwondo Center. And coached by Victor Chung and Priscilla Arajo. Coached here today by Victor Chung and Arnold Chung.
And Victor and Arnold both do Poomsae as well. They know the game.
Yeah, she likes the volleyball. She likes tumbling in her spare time as well. She goes to a tumbling class, so that's impressive. Finds time to do this at a high level, tumble at a high level. She works out. She travels. And enjoys her Korean barbecue. Michaela right on her mark here, Ron.
Yeah, she is, and she's earned her Korean barbecue tonight.
I agree.
Yeah, this has been a really good form for all of these girls in this position. They're all showing wonderful technique.
Seems like they're very comfortable with this form.
Yeah.
Next up, Yuri Kim.
And Yuri Kim from Clovis, California, now entering the competition area. She's in the 8th grade, 13 years of age. And again, Poomsae Master.
Poomsae Master Lee. Yeah.
Sang J. Lee, coaching. She enjoys gymnastics, violin, and volleyball. Good flexibility, wow.
Yeah, that
Taking
front
the
kick straight up.
Straight up, almost hitting
Straight
herself
up.
in the face with her knees going so high. Yuri Kim really showing the flexibility here.
You have to compete at the world level in these divisions. You have got to be good, and I think that we are going to be picking an outstanding team member today. Both of them. They're going to represent well.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how competitive the divisions were from your division. I thought your division was one of the most competitive divisions, as well as some of the others. But I don't think I've seen one this competitive, Ron. I'm be honest. Like, I've seen all the competition at this point, but this has just been from start to finish, elite athlete after elite athlete, and I just don't think we've seen any more competitive divisions than this 12 to 14 male and female.
I'm going to have to agree with you. It's amazing. They're all so skilled.
Yeah, so impressive here.
And the last competitor of the cadet division today, Haley Hahn.
And Haley Hahn entering the competition area for the 4th and final time. Haley Hahn, coached by Master Hahn. That's Kwon Jin Ha today coaching. She's 7th grader, 12 years of age, and loves to dance. Competing with Taeguk 7 for the 4th time today, 4th round today, I should say, is Haley Hahn.
And Haley's putting on a good performance here. She's been showing a lot of heart today. None of these kids are giving up. They are fighting to the end and showing true sportsmanship here by staying in the game. Nice job, Haley. And that's the last performance.
Yeah, and Ron, it's been an amazing performance time by these athletes. So we've had performances by 8 male and 8 female in the cadet division, and not a single one of them was lagging behind whatsoever.
They're all champions, and I really appreciate you letting me sit in here with you and sit and watch this. It's just, look at that.
That's round 4, Juliana Candelaria wins round 4 and was already an elite, so we have our champion.
We have a champion.
Juliana
That is stunning.
Candelaria.
And again, great showing from all the other competitors, Michaela and Naomi. I mean, they really, look how close they are.
Yeah, you're right.
They are touching each other right
so
there.
Michaela,
So
Xiong, and
well,
Naomi.
Juliana, amazing.
Yeah, amazing. 11 years old, Juliana comes into the cadet division for her first competition and runs away with it almost, if you will, because just extended lead after lead after lead from round 1 to round 4. So congratulations.
Absolutely. She's going to perform well at World Championships.
To Juliana Candelaria, and of course, congratulations to Eric Gunn.
Both wonderful competitors, and I am excited to watch them compete in Denmark.
I want to thank you, Ron Southwick, for joining me here in the booth.
My pleasure.
So on behalf of USA Taekwondo, thank you again for joining us here in the booth. This has been Ron Southwick joining me. It's been Chopping It Up with Jason and Ron. We're going to be back with our winners here in the 12 to 14 male and female category. So don't go anywhere. This is the Poomsae Grand Slam Final presented by USA Taekwondo.
Mic check, mic check.
Wow, all I can say is wow, what a competition. Congratulations to all these competitors in the 12 to 14 male and female cadet divisions. Let's give them a round of applause. Amazing. Outstanding competition. Let's highlight our winners here today. In third place, Naomi O. In second place, Michaela Zhang. And our winner here today is Juliana Candelaria. In the male side, in third place, Gavin Zhao. In second place, Sean Suh. And our winner here today, Eric Gunn. Let's start with you, Juliana. Very emotional, I can see. Just tell us how you're feeling as you've ultimately won this championship and have a spot on our World Championships team that'll head to Denmark later this year.
I feel really good.
Yeah, she's very emotional for sure. Let's move over to this side. Eric, outstanding competition today, just from start to finish, round 1 through round 4, in first place. Tell me how you're feeling, because we see the emotion in your faces, both of you guys. Very emotional. Your parents, coaches, emotional out there. So let us know what you're feeling about your chance to go compete for Team USA this year at the World Championships in Denmark.
Well, I feel so overwhelmed, and it feels good because I trained so hard to be here right now, and I look forward to honoring and representing USA at 2020 Worlds in Denmark.
You'll do a great job of that. Anyone you want to shout out here to today?
I want to shout out to all my parents and masters and my family and everyone who has taught me and supported me from the start of my Taekwondo journey. And I want to thank them for helping me be here today.
And Juliana, anyone you want to shout out here in the crowd or at home?
I want to thank my parents and my coaches, especially Master Kwan and Master Williams, even though Master Williams isn't a really big fan of Poomsae. He supported me through Nationals Phase 2 and Phase 3.
You heard her here first. This is our 12 to 14 male and female champions. This is Juliana Candelaria and Eric Gunn. Two great champions. We appreciate you guys, this packed house, joining us here at the 2020 Grand Slam Final. We've got more competition coming up. You guys don't go anywhere, because one more round of male and female team competition. This has been the 2020 Grand Slam Final presented by USA Taekwondo. Don't go anywhere, right back with more.